Today we are going to see multiple choice questions on RPLI, Rural Postal Life Insurance. These MCQs will be useful for GDS to MTS examination or GDS to PA, GDS to Postman, IPO exam and Group B examination. So let us start. The first question, what percentage of extra premium is to be collected in case of RPLI policies with non-standard age proof? Given options are A. No extra premium is to be collected, B. 4.5%, C. 5%, D. 2.25%. Here the question is, whenever the RPLI policy of non-standard age proof means those who are not having the date of birth proof, if we collect such policies, what is the extra premium that should be charged? It is 5%. Which of the following is incorrect with reference to RPLI, PLI, AEA policy? That means which of the following statements are not correct with regard to AEA policies in RPLI and PLI policies? 1. No loan is admissible. That means whether no loan is admissible in case of AEA policy or not. No conversion is permissible. 3. No surrender is admissible. 4. Paid periodical survival benefits will be adjusted in claim amount in case of death of the insurant. Here these are the 4 points given and we have to find out which of the following statements, 4 of these statements are incorrect. That means which are wrong. Whether AEA policy is not admissible for AEA policy, whether no conversion is possible in AEA policy, if whether no surrender is admissible, or a periodical survival benefits will be adjusted in the claim amount in case of death of the insurant. These things we have to check. The given options are A. 1, 2, 3 are correct. B. All of these are incorrect. A is 1, 2, 3 are only incorrect. Means fourth one is correct. The option given is like that. B is all of these are incorrect. C is 4 only is incorrect. And D is none of these. In case if you have to explain it, the answer is 4 only is incorrect. That means paid periodical survival benefits will be adjusted in the claim amount in case of death of the insurant. This is the only wrong answer in the options given below. In a AEA policy, anticipated endowment assurance policy, either in PLI or RPLI, no loan is admissible. That is correct only. It is not incorrect. No conversion is permissible. That is also correct only. So it is not incorrect. And no surrender is admissible. It is true that in an AEA policy of RPLI or PLI, surrender is not admissible. So that is also correct. Which is incorrect? It is fourth one. That is paid periodical survival benefits will be adjusted in claim amount in case of death of the insurant. In a AEA policy, paid periodical survival benefits, whatever amount is paid as survival benefits in an AEA policy at certain percentage after certain years, that survival benefits will not be adjusted in the claim amount in case of a death of the insurant. If some survival benefits are paid periodically in a 15 years term AEA policy, then after payment of survival benefits, if at all death of the insurant occurs, whatever benefit that is paid as periodical survival benefits will not be adjusted, will not be taken back by the government or department. They will be paid in full the amount that is due for the claimant of the insurant. So it will not be adjusted, it will be paid in full. That means those survival benefits, whatever it is already paid, will not be taken back. Whatever sum assured and the accrued bonus will be paid to the nominee in case of death of the insurant. Let us see. So the answer is 4. This is only incorrect. Let us see the next question. Who is the head of the CPC of PLI RPLI in head office? Options are quality checker, supervisor, accountant, manager. The answer is, we all know every CPC, circle processing center in a head post office with reference to PLI RPLI will be having a manager. He is the head for that CPC. Next question. The policy against which RPLI PLI loan is taken should always be assigned to A. Head of the division, B. Head of the region, C. President of India, D. Head of the circle. That means whenever a PLI or an RPLI loan is applied, the policy bond will be assigned to whom? In whose name it will be assigned? That is the question. The answer is, it will be assigned to the President of India. On behalf of President, only the loan will be granted to the customer or the insurance. The next question. The amount of RPLI PLI loan sanctioned should be in complete multiples of 50 rupees, B 100 rupees, C 500 rupees, D 1000 rupees. The question here is the amount of RPLI loan sanctioned should be in multiples of. It will be in multiples of 100. What are the two terms available in RPLI anticipated assurance policies? A 10 years and 20 years, B 10 years and 15 years, C 15 years and 20 years, D 20 years and 25 years. The answer is 15 years and 20 years. We know that for an anticipated endowment policy, there are two types of policies. One is 15 years term endowment policy, anticipated endowment policy, and 20 years AEA policy. So the answer is 15 years and 20 years. Option is C. What is the minimum and maximum sum assured for RPLI policy? Is it minimum 20,000, maximum 10 lakhs, minimum 10,000, 50 lakhs, minimum 10,000 and maximum 10 lakhs, D minimum 20,000 and maximum 20 lakhs. Answer is C. It is minimum is 10,000 and maximum is 10 lakhs for RPLI policy. In the RPLI policy in which no interest is charged up to 1 year as arrears of premia in case of natural calamities like flood, drought, earthquake, cyclone, etc. What is the question? Let us understand the question first. If suppose during the natural calamities like flood, drought, earthquake, cyclone, there is one policy in which department won't charge penalty or interest up to a period of 1 year, even though during that period of flood, drought, earthquake or cyclone, like all these natural calamities, etc., in that period, department won't charge any penalty or interest up to a period of 1 year as arrears of, even though you pay the arrears of premium for 1 year. What is that such RPLI policy? What is the name of such RPLI policy? Options are Gram Suvidha, Gram Sumangal, Gram Suraksha, Gram Priya. The answer is Gram Priya. Only in Gram Priya such option for waiver of interest. The interest will be waived or the penalty will be waived even though you pay the total amount of 1 year premium at the end of the year, then no penalty will be charged. That is Gram Priya. Interest per annum charged on the revival of RPLI PLI is 12%, B 10%, C 15%, D 8%. The answer is 12%. Interest percentage is 12% on a revival of RPLI or PLI policy. The facility for a loan is available in all PLI and RPLI policies except, here the question is, loan facility is available in all RPLI and PLI policies except the following policies. You have to identify the policies for which there is no loan facility. That is the question. A. Dasavarsha, Bal Jeevan Bima and Shuvidha. B. Anticipated endowment assurance, Gram Priya and children's policy only. C. Suvidha, Suraksha, Sumangal only. D. Yugal Suraksha, Bal Jeevan Bima, Suvidha only. Here the answer is B. Anticipated endowment assurance, Gram Priya policy and children policy. In all of these three policies, there is no loan facility. In these three policies, there is no loan facility. Remaining things, they are having, at least one of the policies having a loan facility. Here Yugal Suraksha is having loan facility. Bal Jeevan Bima is not having loan facility. Suvidha is also having loan facility. Dasavarsha is having loan facility. Bal Jeevan Bima doesn't have the loan facility. Suvidha has the loan facility. Suraksha has facility. So only these three are the exact correct answers. So the anticipated endowment policies and Gram Priya and children policy, they don't have the loan facility. Next question. The period within which the appeal against rejection of RPLI PLI death claims should be decided by the appellate authority from the date of receipt of appeal. Whenever there is a death claim, there will be a sanctioning authority. Either it may be a postmaster or divisional head or regional head, as the case may be. Here the question is the period within which the appeal against rejection of PLI or RPLI death claims. Say suppose one PLI or RPLI death claim has been rejected by the competent authority. Then the claimant can appeal against the order of rejection of the claim. Then who will be the appellate authority? The next authority, next is superior authority will be the appellate authority. But here the question is the period within which the appeal against the rejection of RPLI PLI death claim should be decided by the appellate authority from the date of receipt of such appeal. Suppose this appeal has been filed by the claimant or the nominee to the appellate authority. Here the question is within what time such appeal should be processed and cleared. That means the period within which the appeal on rejection of death claim should be decided by the appellate authority from the date of receipt of appeal. So how much time, within what time this appellate authority has to decide such claims of rejection is 90 days A, B 30 days, C 45 days, D 60 days. The answer is 45 days. Within 45 days, the appellate authority has to dispose the appeal. Okay, here the lengthy question, let us see. As per SOP 25/4/20 LI dated 17/12/2020 of PLI Directorate. PLI Directorate has released one SOP. Which of the following manner of submission of appeal with reference to rejection of RPLI PLI death claims is correct? Given SOP, PLI Directorate has laid down the procedure for claim and if it is rejected, to whom the claimant can appeal and within what time the appellate authority has to decide such case. We have seen in the previous question. All these are guidelines were laid down in that SOP. That is basically regarding the death claims of RPLI and PLI. So, according to that SOP, an appellant may submit his appeal on rejection of RPLI PLI death claims in writing to the appellate authority. 1. In person to the appellate authority, through email. 3. Through the post, or fourth one, in person to the CPC PLI. The answers are, options are 3 only, that is only you can send through post. B. 3 and 4 only, that means through post and in person in to CPC. C. You can't do any of these things, none of these. D. All of these, that means you can submit your appeal in case of rejection of an RPLI PLI death claim to the appellate authority either in person or through email or through post or through in person to the CPC PLI. The answer is you can do any of these 4, that is all of the above are correct. Next question is, what is the period within which the claimant or appellant can prefer the appeal to the appellant authority from the date of receipt of rejection letter of RPLI PLI death claims? Let us understand this question. Let us say one RPLI claim case is rejected by the competent authority for whatever the reason may be. Then the claimant can appeal to the appellate authority from the date of receipt of rejection of such letter. So if today you have received the letter of rejection, then within what time you can file an appeal to the appellant authority? That is the question. How many days will be there for you to file an appeal to the appellant authority in case your RPLI claim case, death claim case is rejected? The options are A. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days or 120 days. The answer is 90 days. Match the following: approving authority 1 and appellate authority 2. Here there are 2 columns given. Here it is approving authority and here 2 is appellate authority. You have to match this one with this one. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 are given. Here in the appellate authority column A, B, C, E, F were given. You have to match them. How will you match? Match the following: approving authority and appellate authority with reference to an appeal against rejection of RPLI PLI death claim case wide its SOP date number 25-4-2020 LI dated 17/12/2020. There is an SOP released by the Directorate regarding the settlement of death claim cases of RPLI and PLI and filing appeal against the such rejections if any. In that SOP, Directorate has given certain approving authorities and certain appellate authorities. For example, here the approving authority, if it is Postmaster HSG1 and HSG2, who will be the appellate authority? Like that you have to match this one with the second one. The given answers are 1 is equal to B, 2 is equal to B, 3 is equal to C, 4 is equal to E, 5 is equal to F, 6 is equal to E. That is, the answer is, the option for A is Postmaster HSG1 is mapped to head of the division. Whether it is correct, that means Postmaster rejects a claim, the appellate authority, the approving authority is Postmaster, and the appellate authority is said to be B, means the head of the division. Is it correct? As it is correct. Second one is 2 is B. 2 is B. Here 2 is senior postmaster. It is gazetted group B, and it is told as B, that is head of the division. Is it correct? It is correct. Then third one is C, head of the division group A or group B. It is C. C is director of GPO. Is it correct? That is not correct, because for a head of the division it will be DPS region or headquarters. That is 3 should be D. That is 3D is, this is the only one. So we can conclude that the answer is C. Let us see the other aspects also. 4 is DPS region, that will be PMG. Next higher authority will be the appellate authority. DPS headquarters, if DPS headquarters is there, then naturally it won't be PMG, it will be the CPMG, because DPS headquarters will be in the circle office. So the next higher authority will be CPMG. So the answer is C. Next question. RPLI PLI death claim cases involves investigation means. See, there are few cases of PLI and RPLI cases. Whenever there is death occurs, they will be treated as cases, claims involving investigation and other cases. When such cases will be treated as involving investigation, you have to identify. Death within 2 years of acceptance of policy, death within 1 year of acceptance, death within 3 years of acceptance of policy only, death within 3 months of acceptance of policy. The answer is, whenever there is a death that is within 3 years of acceptance of policy, then such policies, then such claims are treated as involving investigation. That means divisional head has to verify such claims before processing. Divisional head or inspector, whatever the case may be, has to verify. What is the period within which the RPLI PLI death claim cases involving no investigation should be settled? Suppose there is no investigation, means if the cases are, if the death occurs beyond 3 years, that means after 3 years, if say suppose an insurance dies after 3 years, paying a premium beyond 36 months, then such death claim cases are said to be involving no investigation. That means they need not be investigated. If such cases are there, what is the period within which that RPLI or PLI death claim case involving no investigation should be settled? They should be settled within 30 days, B 60 days, C 90 days, D 120 days. The answer is, it should be settled within 30 days. What is the period within which RPLI PLI death claim cases involving investigation should be settled? Say suppose they involve investigation, that means the claim cases are less than 3 years. In such a case, what is the period within which they should be settled? Such cases should be settled within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days or 120 days. The answer is, they should be settled within 90 days. Identify who is the approving authority for RPLI PLI death claims involving investigation irrespective of sum assured. Here the question is, who is the approving authority for death claim cases of PLI or RPLI involving investigation? If there is an investigation, then who will be the approving authority for such cases? Here the postmaster HSG1 or HSG2, senior postmaster group B, deputy chief postmaster group B, AD of HO group B headed by director B, head of the division chief postmaster group A, deputy director of HO headed by the director C, head of the region D, regional DPS JAG, DPS headquarters director GPO. The answer is D. Who is the approving authority for a PLI RPLI death claims involving no investigation with a sum assured more than 20 lakhs and up to 50 lakhs. If the sum assured is more than 20 lakhs and is below 50 lakhs, who will be the approving authority for RPLI PLI death claim cases involving no investigation? That is, cases for which RPLI or PLI policy has been paid beyond 3 years and 36 months. The answer is postmaster HSG1 and HSG2, or B, head of the division, C, head of the region, D, director of postal services of the region. The answer is Head of the division. Head of the division can approve the RPLI PLI death claim cases involving no investigation with sum assured more than 20 to 50 lakhs. Who is the approving authority for PLI or PLI death claim cases involving no investigation with sum assured up to 20 lakhs? Say suppose the sum assured is less than 20 lakhs, then who is the approving authority for death claim cases of PLI or PLI that involves no investigation? That means it is beyond 3 years. Is it head postmaster HSG1 and HSG2? B. Head of the division. C. Head of the region. D. Director of Postal Services in the region. If it is less than 20 lakhs, then HSG1 and HSG2 postmaster is competent to approve the death claim cases less than 20 lakhs that involves no investigation. Rural Postal Life Insurance came into being as a sequel to the recommendations of the official committee for reforms in insurance sector. Namely, here the question is Rural Postal Life Insurance, that is RPLI, has come into existence, that is has been as a sequel to recommendation. This RPLI has came into being, that means RPLI has started based on the recommendations of a official committee for reforms in the insurance sector. What is the name of that official committee? Based on this committee only RPLI was formed, or RPLI has been initiated or started basically in 1995. What is that committee called? Kamlesh Chandra Committee, B. Sri Krishna Committee, C. Malhotra Committee, D. Nataraj Murthy Committee. The answer is Malhotra Committee. Only after the report given by the Malhotra Committee or based on the recommendations of the Malhotra Committee, Rural Postal Life Insurance was set up by the Department of Posts in 1995. Match the following with 1 to 2. Here list 1 is given and list 2 is given. You have to match it. RPLI policy names with the names as they are known for. We know that RPLI policies have different names. Gram Priya, whether it is AEA, EA, WLA, CWLA, 10 years RPLI policy, you have to identify. Like that, you have to match Gram Suraksha, whether it is AEA, ES, WLA, CLA, like that you have to match it. And there are some 4 options given. You have to choose the correct one. Let us see the first one. 1 is equal to E. What is that E? 10 years policy. Gram Priya is 10 years policy. Is it correct? That is correct. 2 is B. 2 is Gram Suraksha. That is endowment policy. That is the option given. Whether it is correct. 2 is actually whole life policy. That is C. So 2 is here given, it is B. That is not correct. So 1 is wrong and 2 is C. Wherever 2 is C, you have to identify. Here all of these 3 questions, 2 is C. So we have to go further. Third one. What is the third one? Gram Suvidha. Gram Suvidha in the given option, it is convertible whole life. It is given as convertible whole life. Yes, that is correct. So here this is correct and there is no other D here. Here this is the only D and we have eliminated it. These 2 are not having D, which we have said it correct. So the answer would be B. However, we will go further and see. Fourth one, Gram Sumangal is A. That is AEA. And Gram Santosh is B. That is EA, endowment. All these names should learn definitely for the examination purpose. Either it is PLI or RPLI policies, you have to learn these names by which they are called. Which of the following statements are incorrect? That means not correct, or that means false. Which of the following statements are false? With reference to maximum sum assured in respect of RPLI policies. The maximum sum assured for the following RPLI policies is 10 lakhs. 1. Gram Suraksha. 2. Gram Suvidha. 3. Gram Sumangal. 4. Bal Jeevan Bima. 5. Gram Priya. 6. Gram Santosh. So you have to identify which of the following is having the maximum sum assured of 10 lakhs in the RPLI. Here the question given is incorrect. So which is not having 10 lakhs, you have to identify. Gram Suraksha, the given answers are 1, A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, and that means 4 is not available. That is Bal Jeevan Bima. Here all of these are said to be incorrect. Here 4 only is incorrect. That means Bal Jeevan Bima is only incorrect. And D is none of these. None of these is incorrect. That means all are correct. So you have to slowly understand. Here the maximum sum assured for the RPLI policies is 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs here This Gram Suraksha is 10 lakhs, maximum sum assured. Gram Sumvidha is 10 lakhs. Gram Sumangal is 10 lakhs. Bal Jeevan Bima, we have to check. Gram Priya, it is 10 lakhs. But Bal Jeevan Bima, it is 1 lakh is the maximum amount that you can go for sum assured in a RPLI policy. So Bal Jeevan Bima is, except Bal Jeevan Bima, the other policies are having the maximum sum assured of 10 lakhs in RPLI policies. So here the tricky question is incorrect. So which of the following statement is incorrect? Here he is saying everything is 10 lakhs. Everything is having sum assured maximum 10 lakhs. But Bal Jeevan Bima is not having 10 lakhs. It is only 1 lakh. So this is the wrong answer. This is incorrect. They are telling it is 10 lakhs sum assured for Bal Jeevan Bima, but it is not correct. So it is incorrect. So the answer which one is incorrect is C. That is 4. What is the periodicity of payment of survival benefits in respect of Gram Priya policy? We all know that for a Gram Priya policy, it is they will pay the survival benefits over a period of time. It is for a period of 10 years. So in the meantime, it is a money back type of policy. You will get survival benefits after. You have to identify this one. A, 20% after 3 years, 20% after 6 years, 60% with accrued bonus after 10 years. Whether A is correct, or B, 20% after 4 years, 30% after 7 years, 50% with accrued bonus after 10 years. C, 20% after 4 years, 40% after 7 years, 40% with accrued bonus after 10 years. D, 20% after 4 years, 20% after 7 years, 60% with accrued bonus after 10 years. The answer is, after a period of 4 years, 20% will be paid, and 20%, one more 20% will be paid after 7 years, and remaining 60% along with bonus will be paid after 10 years in a Gram Priya policy. This is the periodicity. So the answer is D. What is the maximum sum assured in case of RPLI children policy? Is it 10 lakhs or equal to the sum assured of the parent, whatever is less? B, 3 lakhs are equal to the sum assured of the parent, whichever is less? C, 50 lakhs are equal to the sum assured of the parent, whichever is less? D, 1 lakh are equal to the sum assured of the parent, whichever is less. Here we were asked to find out the maximum sum assured in case of RPLI children policy. RPLI children policy is also called as Bal Jeevan Bima. We have already seen that except Bal Jeevan Bima, the maximum sum assured for RPLI policy will be 10 lakhs. For Bal Jeevan Bima or RPLI children policy, it will be 1 lakh or equal to the sum assured of the parent, whichever is less. So today we come to the end of RPLI policy MCQs, which will be helpful for your examination. So only most important questions have been identified for this video. Thank you. Do subscribe to Career Post for getting the latest video. Click the bell icon. Thank you.